Hello, and welcome to KSS program's online lessons. Let's talk about games. So let's begin with an introduction of when this whole thing started. The two-player board game of Senet is considered the oldest board game in the history of human existence, created around 3500 BC. Playing cards were invented in China. The 52 card deck was, however, made popular by the French. The earliest form of poker was first seen in 1829 in New Orleans with a deck of 20 cards. Monopoly was created in 1935. Now, dozens of new games are invented each and every year. Now, let's talk about why. Games are an elemental part of social bonding in every culture and one of the oldest forms of human expression. Games allow people to use their imagination to express themselves beyond sports with physical contact. Games capture the views of a culture and passes them to future generations. Gaming may have predated culture, considered by some as a starting point for complex human interaction. Now let's talk about the what. Common features of games are skill, strategy, imagination, uncertainty, rules, competition, fiction, chance, ultimate goals, rewards, and enjoyment. Games usually involve mental stimulation, also the use of tools. Some games involve tools to assist you in playing, like dice, board pieces, cards. Games can be single player or multiplayer. Now, most games involve more than one person. However, single player games can be set up based on someone's skill or on a time limit or by chance. Let's talk about the most popular game types: card games, board games, and dice games. Now let's begin talking about the card games, which is by far one of the most popular ways of playing games. The card games are dated all the way to the Tang dynasty around the 9th century AD. Then reach Europe through India, Persia, and Egypt in 1360. The card games have evolved into many different games, and each year new games are invented. One good example is Uno, which was developed in 1974, or Pokemon, which was developed in 1996. Some of our favorite games are card games. Some examples include poker, blackjack, solitaire, gin, just to name a few. Now, on the board side, which is usually a classic family fun, we have games like Monopoly, or like the Game of Life, Risk, Parcheesi, just to name a few. Board games involve pieces, a board, and sometimes other tools like dice or playing cards. One of the most popular board games is chess, which could be very complex and where world champions are crowned. The dice games, and earlier versions of them, are the oldest gaming elements discovered. Today, a traditional dice is a cube with 6 faces, each having a different number of dots. Games using dice may stand alone, like craps or Yahtzee or Parcheesi. These games could be played with a large number of players and can be used in social situations to be played outside on a lawn or on a big area. With technology, a new era of video gaming was born. So let's finish today's lesson with a fun fact of the day related to it. Let us know if any questions. See you next time.